Hello. Okay. Okay. So today, this session basically we will discuss about the OPP exam because next Sunday you have OPP-2 exam. So what are the important topics we have? What you can recap in this week? What you can practice in this week? So that is the agenda for today's session. After that, Saturday session, we will solve the mock questions, and Thursday we will continue with the week 11 content, and next week also week 11 content. Okay, so let's share my screen and first discuss the instructions and OPP pattern. So after that we will recap the content. Yeah. Okay, so as this is the OPP-2 syllabus, you can see we have till week 10 now. Okay, so definitely you can assume that level of the question little bit higher than to the OPP-1 question. Okay, because here more advanced topics are now involved in the syllabus. So like this array or string or struct or file handling. So you can expect the questions from that sides, and level will be definitely little bit higher, but that questions are also not much difficult. So if you have already practiced on these topics, so I think you can easily solve those also. Okay, but you should have enough practice on that topics. So pattern will be same, 6 questions this time also. Two parts, part 1, part 2. In part 1 there are 3 questions, and you have to do on 2 questions out of 3, and same part 2 3 questions. So this is given in the announcement also. So part 1, part 2 both have three questions, and you have to do any 2 questions in each part. Okay, so the weightage for each question in part 1 is 20-20. Okay, so total 40 marks, and part 2 weightage is again 30-30, so total 60 marks. Okay, and bonus marks is also there again, like OPP-1. So suppose if you solve all the 4 required questions, 2 from section 1, 2 from section 2, with all test case pass, means full marks in your OPP exam, then you can try the additional marks, additional bonus marks question. Means in the remaining 1 question in part 1 and remaining 1 question in the part 2, you can try. Uh, then you will get a 1 marks for both the question. Okay, if you suppose if you complete the remaining 1 question from the part 1, you will get 1 bonus marks. But marks, there is no marks for the partial test case pass. You have to clear all the test case, then you will only get the 1 bonus marks for that. Okay, so part 2 again the same. If you complete all the test case, you will get a 1 bonus marks for that, and these 2 bonus marks will directly be contribute in your final C programming course score. Okay, so that means this have good weightage. So 2 from OPP-1, 2 from OPP-2, so total 4 marks, 4% weightage these questions have total. Okay, so this is the structure, same structure we have now. What you need to practice in this OPP-2 to get full good marks. So first thing, till week 5 and week 6, that part should be very clear, because that are the basic. Okay, that is basic fundamental for any program. Okay, means you should have good command on the conditional statement, loops, while loops, simple function understanding, how you receive the data in the function, and after that how you solve and how you return the things from the function. So that should be very clear. Pointer, basic pointer part you should know, how to declare a variable of the pointer, because pointer is later also required, like struct based question, structure based question in the week 8, file handling based question, we use the pointer. Okay, so that part should be very clear. In part 1 basically some questions will be like as a OPP-1 exam. Okay, again without any like specific data structure based, that will be based on the simple logic. Okay, so some logical question which you have already done in the first 5 weeks, so till week 5 in your assignments in OPP-1 also. Okay, that type of question where only the conditional logic or loops are required to solve that. Okay, so 1 question you can assume like this. Other question will be come on the new topics. Okay, so like array is introduced in beak 7. So this simple array. Same string is also covered in the beak 7. So string based question you can assume. Again, a two-dimensional array based question you can think. Okay. Structure, one question definitely from the structure and one question from the file handling. So this is the one question from beak 8 definitely, one question from file handling definitely. Okay. Remaining one question, as I have already said, based on the simple logic, conditional statement loops you can try, then you can solve. The remaining three questions will be based on like array or a string or that what are the struct. Also, struct I have already covered. The two-dimensional array. So like using some this structure, okay, array strings or two-dimensional array like this using pointer or something. So this is the structure. So you can prepare, you can distribute your learning or revision based on this. So more mainly focus on these parts. So array string, 2D array structure, and file handling. Okay. So one question you have already done enough till now, so that you can try by your own. But these data structure you can focus more to revise. Okay. We have also released the mock, and I hope you are aware of this. Eligibility thing. So yeah, there is one announcement for the eligibility. You can see your eligibility on this Looker Studio link, and you can see your slot or details on the in this. Maybe 1 or 2 days before, you will get the invite link for your exam. So similarly, like as a OPP1, you can join the meeting and you can start your exam. Okay. So that is the things for the OPP. We have released the OPP mock. Okay. So here questions, some questions are high difficulty level compared to the actual OPP exam question. But yeah, we have given some similar type of questions. Okay. So like if you see the problem number 6, okay. So that is based on the file handling. Same structure you will get in the exam also. Okay. So means you have to write a function. So like this here. So also one thing, just read the question statement carefully. So today we will mock, no. So mock solution we will cover on the Saturday session. Till Saturday, just try by your own these questions. Okay, without any help or without any searching anywhere. Okay, so just try to solve by your own completely. Okay, in this way you will understand the way to solve. So, but question type will be same. What are the common like mistake students done this? So I'll just discuss that thing. So like this is the function actually, which is displayed in the editor. Just read the question statement carefully and see what question statement is asking to do. Okay. So here question statement is saying complete the function copy odd lines. Okay. So this function you need to do. Here some part of the code like main function or that how this code is reading the input, like this is the input format. Okay, if you see the test case, so this is the input format, this is the file name, file output file name, then data. So how that data is coming to your program, that is handled by the like driver code. Okay, which is already configured but that is hidden actually. Okay, so do not write main function. So many of them actually try to write a main function to read these things and waste your time. So only do your tasks. So what you have to do here, everything is done by the driver code, hidden code. You have to only complete this function which is asking the question statement. All the inputs are coming as a parameter to this function. Okay, so for this question, suppose this question is asking to complete this function which is reading two files actually. Okay, so input file and that output file name. So these are basically a pointer which contain the name of input file, and this is the another pointer, this contain the name of output file. Your task is to read the data from this input file and write the output into the output file. Okay, and this is the uh, like one variable string pointer variable that contain the name of file. So what happens generally when declare the variable? So like file, okay, asterisk suppose input equal to, And suppose I'm creating a file pointer. So this is very common thing. So f open, many of them try actually this. They write like this input file, and just open this in the write mode or read mode like this. Okay. So this is wrong actually. This is not a file name. Just this is a variable name. Okay. So do not write this variable name inside the double bracket. So I know that many of the place you have seen this type of structure, you always write the file name in within the double quote. But here we are passing the variable name which contain the input file name. Okay, so you need to just pass a variable name without this double quote. Okay, so just give the name input file. Okay, so the value of this variable is a string actually, that file name, actual file name. So that will be opened correctly. Okay, so we have seen this type of complaint after the OPP exam. They complain that I have opened the file, but data is not coming, like this type of such query. But this is the common mistake. They tried to open this file with the double quote or something. So just see, this is a variable name pointer. So just pass this pointer. This will consider as a value. Function will read the value inside the variable. So your file will be open. Okay, so same way, open the file output file and then do your work. Okay, now the thing is how to read the data and how to write the data, in between how to solve your things. That is the content, actually concept things. Okay, how we work with the file. So input, read file, printing the write the data into the file. These things should be very clear. We have already discussed some question in the previous Saturday session also, how to read the data, how to write the data into the file. So that is the different later story, but carefully open the correct file. Also, when you are opening the file, okay, at the end, close the file also. Okay, so this inp. Any file which you are opening in the program, also close that file once your task is done. Okay, so close this every file and do your task in between. So do not miss anything. Like do not miss this close things. This may give some unexpected behavior actually, maybe in some time. Not always, but sometime. Okay, so carefully solve these file-based question. One question is definitely will come. So like in the same format, you will give a input file name, it's output file name and data. Question will be some different questions. So like here, what we are asking, we just want to copy the odd number line and paste into the output file. Okay, so odd line means this is the first line, then second, then third, like this. So odd number line, one, third, fifth, these number of lines we will copy into the output file. Okay, so how you can read that line by line from the file and copy into the output file. So this is the task. Similarly, many type of questions may be framed on the file based. So like how many character in each line, how many word in each line. Okay, maybe reverse the line. So you can also search what type of questions may be framed on the file based and try to solve similar type of question. Okay, we are giving the practice question, but still now there are lots of LLM are available. You can search similar type of questions which can be framed on this pattern. Okay, using Gemini or ChatGPT, you can create your own practice question on the similar lines. Okay, so maybe there is a chance that one of your practice questions will come in the exam. So this is the one question we have in the OPP exam. Second is, this is struct based question. Here this question is given based on the linked list, but linked list generally we not ask in the OPP exam, but same line actually. Okay, so here some data is given. That data we are asking to link. Okay, but in exam you will give this type of data, but some query will be asked like find out the maximum marks student, find out the maximum salary employee, like this type of query. Okay, not like this is a linked list type of questions where you are linking all this data within the structure. So you should know how to create this struct, okay, because we are just grouping the data, okay, and we want to combine, we want to group the data in within some structure. So how you can define the structure, later how you can use the member of a structure, that are the things you can practice, okay. So this is the one question which is based on the structure, but not like that, which generally ask in the OPP exam. You will get even like this type of record, but I think we have discussed the similar question in the week that our Saturday session, and some problems are available on the that online GDV classroom. So I hope you all have the access of this classroom. Okay, so yeah, this classroom, I'll send the link again if any of you have don't have. Okay, so I'm sending this link in your chat, so you can practice the last week 7, 8, 9, 10. These weeks question. Okay, so some questions are given on this platform. Okay, so one structure based question. So here you should have good understanding how you can create a structure, how you can create a variable for a structure, how you can create a pointer for a structure, and after using the variable or using the pointer, how you can access the member, okay, and how you can store these one record or multiple record in array of a structure. Okay, so we can also create a array of a structure, like we have created integer array, character array like this. Similarly, we can use a data type struct for the array, okay, where the each element of the array will contain the one record, multiple value. So how you can work with that type of a structure, okay. Now one here this question is okay, this is logical question. So like one of the question will be simple logical based. So this is not a logical actually. Yeah, this is string based, okay. So here you are getting one string, like in this where any type of string you will get in the different test case. You can see question is asking to validate this string. This is given in the correct format or not. Here question is just asking that validity of username. So like you know that there are some rules we have for the variable declaration, C programming variable declaration. We cannot use digit as a first letter, okay, in our variable name. Similarly, some rules are given here. So you need to just validate that our input string follows this rule or not. Okay, so the username can only contain letters, both uppercase or lowercase, digits 0 to 9, and underscore character. Okay, the username must be at least 8 character long, at most 20 character long. Okay, this is the size. Username should not be begin with the number or an underscore. The user name should not end with an underscore. So for this question type, this is the string based question. So some actually helper functions are there. That helper function you can practice. So I have just collected some of the helper function that you can directly use in your string based question. So let me show you. So you can see this is the one header file string.h. Okay, so many of the question where these helper function can help actually to solve quickly your question. So like this is very common function, but to use this function you have to add this library in your code. Okay, this is a header file string.h. Now suppose if you are getting any string in your function, then you want to find out the length of that string. So you can use this string strlen, and that will be give you the length of this string. So because some many of the time if you want to perform some operation on the string, you have to work, actually you have to process each character like this. So you should know what is the length of the string. Okay, then you can run a loop for that number of times. So here you can see strlen. Some examples are also given. So suppose we have declared this string to this string. String we can also maintain in a character array. So the operation we perform similar to the array. Now you can see we can directly use this strlen, and that will return a exact number of characters we have in the string. Okay, 5. So this is very common function that we generally used. Str copy. So if you have like two different string variable, you want to copy one string to the another variable, so you can use directly this str copy, so that your complete string will be copied to the another variable. Here you cannot use directly like this. So like you have two variable src or dest, you cannot write like dest equal to src. Okay, so that may create a problem. So you str copy function is good for copy the data, copy the string. Okay, if you want to copy a specific length of the string, okay, so here str and copy, so you can just mention that initial 5 character. Okay, that will be copied to the source to destination. So you can here give the total starting length of the thing. So like source is programming, you want to copy of a specific length. Okay, so here we have mentioned 5, so only 5 character will copy to the destination. So this is one. strcat, if you want to append, combine two string. Okay, so append string 2 to end of string 1. So this is also to combine the string. um, so I think one string based question is given where you need to swap the name, so that this is helpful actually. Question number 3, not question number 3, I think question number 2. So here you can see input is string where two names are there, first name, last name. Now the question is asking to reverse this, actually not complete reverse, just last name should become a first name and first name should become a last name. So how you can do this? Here what you can do, you can figure out that what you can just break these string to a two different string, first name and last name, because both are separated by a empty space. So you can just run a loop and find out where is the space. From that place, you can break this into two parts, first name, last name. After that, just concatenate in the different reverse way. Okay, so in this way, you can solve this. So here that concat string method is helpful. String cat. Okay, so strcat and same strn cat. So again the different version and str and cat. Okay, so how many character you want to concatenate, so that you can define in this function, so that your task will be done. strc cmp, so to compare string, you can compare simple character easily. So like if you have simple character a and b, you can compare easily with the equal or less than or greater than sign. But to compare a big string, that you cannot use directly. Okay, that equal sign. So by this function, you can compare two strings also. Okay, so just pass the ABC and two string. In the variable you can pass, otherwise you can directly pass the string in this function, and that will return 0 if your string is same. Otherwise, it will return a some different value. If your return value is 0, means your string is matched. Otherwise, this is not matched. Okay, so str and cmp here also compare some specific fixed number of characters initial. That is one. So find strchr. So find first occurrence of a character. Okay, so if you are looking a specific character position or that first position, so that you can use strchar and the strr. So r means from reverse side. Okay, the common this strchr function is looking from left side, but this strrchr looking from the right side. Okay, last occurrence. So str the find first occurrence of a substring. So this previous was the we are looking a single character in a string, but here str you can looking a substring, complete substring, so that you can find out. So this str token is also break the string by with the help of some delimiter actually. Okay, suppose if you want to break this type of string by comma. Okay, so how many, like suppose here apple comma banana comma orange, three fruits are there. You want to break all these separately, so that strtalk function you can use here. Just call this strtalk string and that delimiter, so from which character you want to break this, that you can pass. Then this function will break and will separate each part of this. Okay, you can do these things in easier way by just traversing each character also, but this is one direct. Okay, these are some mem copy, so copy memory blocks. So this is just some memory related, so you can ignore these. Yeah, this one is useful. Character checking based question. Okay, so like ctype.h file you can add in your code. After that you can simply check your each character is a alphabet, digit, or like specific things you can check with the each character. So is alpha ch, like that username question you can see now, we are just looking for your each character should be made from uppercase, lowercase alphabets, or 0 to 9 or underscore only. So how you can check each character, so you can use this direct function for a string based question on that question also. So each character you can check is that alpha is alpha, so this is a function that will return true or false. Okay, here you are passing some character, so that will just check if this is a alphabet or not. So here this example you can see we are passing a, so that is true. If you will pass small a, that will return true. But for this function, if you're passing 5, that will return a false. So this function is only checking the letter a to z and small a to z. Similarly, is digit, this will check only the digit number. Okay, is all num. Okay, so this function will check if your character is either a alphabet or a numerical. Okay, other than that this will return false. So this is also good. Is lower, so this will check your letter is in lowercase or uppercase. Okay, so is lower you can check, so that will return true or false based on the current status. Is upper, same you can check, you check the. Okay, is space, yeah, if you want to check your current character is a space character or not, so that is that will return. So either space or new line, actually at the end of line we have the new line character to move to the next line, so on that case also it will return true. Okay, is punctuation, so that punctuation character you can validate from this. Is print, so if character is printable or not, so that you can ignore, so that is but later you can explore this. This is graph is also not helpful, so it's x digit, so this is hexadecimal things, this is also not. Yeah, so to modifier function to lower. Okay, so you can change the case like uppercase to lowercase, lowercase to uppercase by with the help of these functions. Okay, to lower or to upper, like this. So these are very helpful function which you can use to solve any string based question. Okay, so just go through this, practice with each function at least for 2-3 example. So any question may be solved with the help of these. So like this problem number 4, where the question is asking about the validity of usernames with this some conditions. So each condition you can apply this is alpha all num, is digit, like this type of function to directly check. Okay, and you can return your answer 0 or 1 based on that. So these are helpful, otherwise you have to maintain your own list to compare. Suppose if you don't know about this helper function, then what you can do, you have to maintain one 0 to 9, small a to z, capital A to z. Then you have to validate that your character is belongs to this structure or not. Okay, this set of not. So that become lengthy process, so that will save your time. Question number 3rd. Okay, so two-dimensional based question is also very important. So generally you will get a matrix type of data, two-dimensional, so you know that how to represent two-dimensional data. So many applications are there, like matrix is very common example. So how we can maintain a matrix, so that is the combination of rows and column. And after that, suppose if this type of data is given, then how you can perform the operation on that data. So for this question here, it is given that find out the function return the sum of odd element in the 2D array. Okay, so means you need to traverse each element one by one in this structure. So here this is given. So like 1, 2, 3, 0, each element you have to traverse, and you have to figure out that elements which are odd. Okay, so like 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15, and you have to return the sum of these odd elements. Okay, so just practice with this. If you are given this data in this two-dimensional array, okay, so like this type of array will be passed to the function. Rows you know, columns you know. So means how many rows you have. Suppose this is like 3, this is 5. So your indexing will start from 0 to 2 for this rows, and for columns indexing will start from 0 to 4. Okay, so you should know if with the help of this row and columns, you are actually you can access each element of the array. Okay, so for the first index, just apply this range, this loop, and for second index, just apply this loop. Okay, this range loop. So with the help of this, so this is simple indexing. So you can just use a nested loop. So for I int I, suppose int I equal to 0, and suppose this is the rows value. So use the variable as it is. So I is less than equal to rows. Okay, and I plus plus. And inside this, because this is the outer loop will handle the row of the matrix. You have to run a nested loop that will handle each column value for any particular row. So for int j equal to 0, and j is less than equal to columns. Okay, and j plus plus. And here in this part, perform your operation. Okay, with the like ARR, you can access each element like this. Okay, ARR I comma j. So if you run this type of nested loop, you will traverse each element row wise. Like, so you will traverse 4, 2, 3, 0. Okay, now next 5, 6, 7, 8. In this way, this loop will access each element, okay, row wise, each column. Okay, then with each element you can check any condition. So suppose question is asking the maximum element among all, question is asking odd element, if question is asking the even element, like this. So this type of question you can solve if you know this traversing way. So this variable now will access each element in this order. Now you can identify, you can perform any type of operation with this data structure. Okay, so question we have covered in our Saturday session, like border element, how you can access. So suppose if this matrix is given, how you can access only the border elements. Okay, similarly reverse question, ignore the border elements, just traverse the middle element. So with the help of indexing, you can figure out that how you can skip the element, how you can consider the element. Okay, because border element you will always get if your one of the index is 0. Okay, so here there is a one index, row index 0. This side column index is 0. Yeah, index either will be 0 or last, actually. That are the border element. Okay, so suppose if you have 4 by 4 matrix, 4, 5, 4 matrix. So this is the row, this is the column. So what will be the border index? So that is 0 and 3 for this. Same column border 0 and 3. So first index and last index will represent the border index. So with the help of this indexing, you can just skip the element or consider the element. So that is the idea. Just practice with this two-dimensional array structure with this nested loop. After that, practice with some question on this data structure. Okay. So here you can figure out 4 or 5 problem based on this matrix and practice on that. Also solve this question which is given in the mock. But for OPP exam, at least practice with 5-6 questions based on this two-dimensional array. Just search the question or just search from our assignment also. I think many questions are given an assignment also. So just practice at least 5-6 questions with this type of. Okay, and String I have already said, so you can also practice with 5-6 question based on the string, simple array based string. And simple array based question is also important. Okay, so this is two-dimensional array, and suppose if data is given in one-dimensional array, suppose a like 10. Okay, you have one-dimensional array like 2, 3, 5, 4, 1, 6, 8, like this. So this type of array is given in the input. Some question may be asked on that. Okay, so suppose uh, like number of odd elements, number of even elements, or maybe print the elements after skipping one elements. Okay, like this. So just print the elements from the first position by skipping one element in each. Okay, so like 2, 5, 1, 8. Just print this, or maybe print the odd element only. Maybe print the even element only. So many of the question may be asked if data is given in the one-dimensional array. Find the max, find the min. So many possibilities there. Also print the odd index element, print the even index element. So indexing is always start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So print based on the value, or maybe print based on the index. Okay. So many possibilities there on this type of data structure question. So if data is given in the array, so you should know how to traverse the data and then check the things. Okay. So like uh, how many elements which are greater than to the both neighbors. Okay, so like previous and next. So suppose in this list I am asking that just print the elements which are greater than to the left or right, both element. Okay, just left or right. So like 2 there is no previous element, but right element is bigger. Okay, so this is not greater. 3 left element is smaller. Here you can see 5. So 5 is greater than to the 3 and greater than to the 4. So 5 is now one case. Okay. Same 4 is not valid. 1 is not valid. 6 is not valid. So 8, yeah. So corner case you have to handle according to the question. Some condition will be given. But in this case, if any element have both neighbors, so 5 is the only answer. So how you can check this type of condition? Okay, so in this way also you have to traverse the array, but you have to maintain the indexing. Like suppose if you're traversing this second index, so what is the 1 minus? So that suppose that is you are taking in the I. So what is the I minus 1 and I plus 1? That index you have to compare the element. Okay, so this type of single array based question you can practice at least 10 question you can try. Okay, number based question or any type of question you can try. So this is important. And string based question I have already mentioned. So string, if any string is giving some question on that, that is also important. Okay. And here this problem 2 is also I think string based. Okay, so as I already mentioned this. So here this string is given that we are just swapping the name. So this can be also solved with the same because this will store in the array only. Okay, so like we have the one array. So each element is just a character. So O, E. Now there is one space and then J, O, H, okay, N. With the help of str len, so this is the string actually. Okay, input which are coming name. So you can simply identify the length like int n equal to str len and name. So in this way, you will get the complete length of this. So what is the length is 1, 4 and 3, 7 and 8. So 8 will be written as a length of this string. So now you can run a loop. You can just check each character. If each character is not a space, so this is a space. Okay. So from here you can break the string. Either you can just keep this part in one variable, or you can after that break remaining part you can keep in the another variable, like first this part and last this part. And later what you can do, you can just swap the value of these two. Okay, using concat you can do these things. But here what you have to do, actually you have to swap these names within the array. So what you have to do, actually you have to take the variables, first name in the one variable, last name in the one variable. After that, you just concatenate in the reverse way, like L plus F. Okay, so your last name will become first, and then space, then this name. After that, copy the character into the same array. Okay, just read the array, that reverse string one by one, and just copy the each character here. So your task will be done. Okay, so this type of sum, if you have practice enough on such type of questions before, you can easily solve. But if you don't try it by your own any question, then definitely you will feel difficult these question also. Okay, so this is, you can try in this way. You can think like this. Okay, each character you can break, or there are alternate methods also. Once you solve this question, do not skip to just search the different solution for this also. Okay, there are multiple way to solve this single question. So you can try one of them which you can try solve, but later you can also search some different solution also. So in that way you will learn the different strategy. Okay. Yeah, first question, definitely it will be based on simple logic. Here this is not like this. This is also string based, count vowels. So yeah, so related to the file or string thing, actually now the query is, but in our exam mainly you have to do the question where you will get a input in the uh, function parameter. Okay, so you no need to read or write like this. Okay, need read or print maybe. So read part will be handled by the main function always, but you should know how to read a character wise, how to read the complete string, what are the function generally used, so that are helpful to for the file based question actually. So we have actually these notes for the string base. So not a string, file base. Yeah, yeah, file based, these functions are very important because from the file you have to read either a single value or maybe a complete line like this. So how you can read the things from the file. Okay, so we have the different function for the file to read and write. Okay, so there are fscanf, fgetc, fgets. Okay, so these are the function, not this, this one. Okay, fscanf, fgetc, fgets. So these are the three functions to read the data in different way. Similarly, we have the write function fprintf, fputc, fputs. So just practice on these functions basically, how to read the data in different way. Simple, if you want to read a specific value, that you can directly read. I think that function is also given in example. Not here. Huh. Not like this. Okay, so I am giving the example. Suppose if your data is like simple, your data is you have 5 entry, like suppose marks are given to the students. Okay, so subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4, subject 5. Okay, marks are given like 50, 40, 60, 30, 80, like this type of marks are given, and each line contains this type of entry in the file, marks separated by one space. And you want to read these marks for each student. Maybe here name is also given, name of the student. Okay, so this part is a string, this part is a all remaining part are integer, and this is a record of one student. So how you can read this type of line? This can, if you know the line contain the fixed and information, means first entry is the name, after that is space, second remaining 5 entries are marks for that students. So then you can directly use this fscanf. Okay, this fscanf, and here simply use percentile s for first part. Okay, then percentile d, percentile d, like this. Okay, and just assign, write a corresponding variable where you want to store this value. Okay, so one maybe first is the array, string array, character array. and then 5 integer field. So that value will directly copy, or 5 value will be copied in your 5 total 6 variables. So 6 values are there. 6 value will directly copy to your 6 variables from the file. If you have this type of information in each line, so you can run a loop and you can just copy. You can get your data by this way. Okay. So this is one strategy to read the data if you know what each line contains actually, what information each line have. So this is one way to read the data from the file if this type of data is given. So simple like scanf, we have the f scanf here, and just read the each information and store in your variables directly. But if your like file data structure is not predefined, that is just like a string or text something, so how you can read the character by character or that complete line by line, so that you can handle like this. So yeah, this example is given here. Yeah, it's this. So f scan, if you know that your file contain each line 2 variables, so like %d %d, just this is the pointer actually. Okay, and just fscanf pass the pointer of the input file which you have declared, and just assign the %d or variable name. Okay, so this value will be stored here and this value will be stored here, but you have to give the input file like this fp. So this is the same pointer variable of the file which we have opened. Okay, fget c is useful if you want to read the file character wise. Okay, it doesn't matter how many lines are there, you can run this fget c inside the while loop, and you can run read a complete file character by character. So suppose if first line contains some character, so all character will be read one by one. After that slash and new line character will be there, so that will also be read, and you will move to the next line, then next line data will be read. So but this function you have to run inside a while loop. In this way you will read a complete file character by character. So this is helpful if you want to, like suppose copy a one file to the output another file, so that you can use this fget c. Or you want to just find out a specific character in a file, you want to count a characters in the file, so this is very helpful if you want to deal with character based operation. Okay, fget c. Fget s is helpful. Yeah, this is here simple fscanf. Okay, here is a problem in the string. Actually, this is the fixed thing. This we can do easily. But what suppose if we are getting one string, actually text. Okay, so text like hello C programming. Okay, so like we have hello C programming. If you are reading this line with the help of this fscanf, what will happen actually? And you want to store this inside a %s, some string array. Suppose one character array you have, character array. So you want to store this line into a, and you want to read with the help of scanf. So what will happen if you are reading the data with the help of fscanf of this type of data? So this type of data, only this first part will only come, only read, remaining part will be ignored by this fscanf. Because this function actually check once it find any space or anything, so that actually stop the process to read. So if your data is just like a continuous character without any space or any new line things, so you can use this fscanf to read a string. Okay, so that is, this is fine. But if your each line contain a word like this, okay, text with the help with containing the space or also, so don't use this. Then use that fget s. Okay, this last one. Okay, so this fget s will read a complete line by line. This function will read the complete one line at a time. Okay, not the complete file text, only one line at a time. So this you can try. So like you can write like this. So you can call this function like this. Buffer is just like your place where you want to store your data. Okay, store your complete line. Here you have to pass a size of line, actually what maximum one line can contain. So you can pass a length of this. So here you can fix this maximum to like 200,000 anything. So one line, what maximum that one line can contain, the length, that line will completely read and will store in this place. Okay, so from this file, FE file. So if you want to read a complete line by line text, use this. If you want to read only single word type of line without any space, you can use fscanf, or fixed value like 5 integer or 1 string like this, you can use fscanf. If you want to read a data character by character, use fgetc. Okay, so difference is also discussed here. You can fscanf is used to formatted input, allow you to specify the format of the data to be read. If you know the specific fixed format, then you can use. This is just like a character by character, but fgetS is used to reading line of the text from a file. Okay, so complete line by line. So fprint, fputc, fputS is also very similar to write. Okay, we have seen the read. Now this is the write. If you want to print a specific fixed value in each line, like this is a number. Okay, one specific fixed one number you want to write, you can use this fprintf. Just pass a file pointer, output file pointer, and what text you want to give, or you can just give a one string also in this field. That is also fine. Otherwise, this is a formatted thing. You can just define the format specifier here and pass the variable. So that corresponding value will be passed to write into the file. Okay. Here this fputc to write a character by character. So fputc pass a single character to this file. So character by character you can write into the file. And fputS is a just write a complete one line. Okay, if you have a variable where you can that contain a complete line, then you can directly pass through this to write to the other file, fputS. Okay, so just practice on these three function to read and write from the file. Okay, that will be very helpful to solve the file based one question in your OPPE exam. Okay, at least you should know this 6 function. Some example we have mentioned, so different type of example we have mentioned. So example of printf, fscanf, putc and getc. So this type of loop you have to run actually. So let me see you. No, this is this type of loop. Yeah, this is the loop. Okay. So here while loop you are running, and in condition you are giving this that ch equal to f get c from this file. Okay, so this function will return a one character if character is available. Okay, to ch, and after reading the ch, now we are comparing if that character is not equal to eof. So eof is a specific character that represent the end of file. Okay, so just run this loop, and this loop will read each character one by one and will reach the end of file character. Okay, but when the file is actually finished, content is finished. So until this your fetch character is not equal to eof, your this loop will run. So you can just run this loop and print each character. You will see your file each character by character will print by this. Okay, so this is very important and very good to solve many file based questions, because here this we are getting the data character by character, and then we can perform any type of character based operation. Okay, so by this while loop you can fetch the data. Similarly, at the same time you can write into the another file. So using fputc and simply pass ch. Okay, and that file pointer name. Okay, so that will be actually copied to the another output file. So these are very helpful. F put C, F get C, okay, F put S, F get S. So to read the data from file. After reading the data, definitely you can solve in simple string based functions, but reading and writing into the file are the main part of the file based version. Okay, so these are some important part. So you can see this example and practice on some questions based on file handling. This is not important because we are not asked binary based file handling things. You can skip this. Okay, so simple text based, numerical integer based file based question you can see. So this is one file handling as structure. So structure, like one question I will show you. So just see in week 8, one question. Here it is, week 8. And for practice, do not just one second. Yeah, for practice, do not just see the solution. Okay, just practice with typing actually, because here in the exam you will get only 2 hours and 4 questions you have to do. So practice with typing the code, not just looking the solution, just reading the solution like this. Okay, otherwise you will not able to write the code. So like this type of question you can see, find books published in a given year. Okay, so here data is given in this structure format, and after that you will get a complete data through the in array, and that array you have to traverse to find out the information. So like you have to find a book name which is published in a given year. So like this data is given. So you have this type of record in one array, structure array, and this year you need to find what are the books which is published in this year. So you have to compare each element of the array, and you have to compare this year with the each element. If this year is matched, just print the name of the book. Okay, then move to the second element of the array. If year is not matched, skip. If year is matched, print. So this type of such query where you will get some data, you need to maybe find out the maximum, or you maybe just compare the things, like this type of structure based question. So we have given this type of questions and discussed in week 8 live session. So previous to previous, okay, Saturday. You can watch that session and just practice these 4-5 questions on this platform. Okay, so one question will be similar to this in your OPP exam. So these are the type of questions will come in the exam. If you have any specific query regarding any topic, we will discuss the detailed solution in on the Saturday, that 12 to 2 p.m. session of this OPP mock. But till then, just solve by your own, apply all your method understanding on the questions to solve all these problems. Yeah, if you have any specific query on the content for OPP, you can ask, or any doubt, anything.
Sir, end term exam will be of one. I mean, 1 hour 30 minutes each subject.
Actually, that time is combined. Actually, I think 6 hour duration is there.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, yeah, yes. That's why I was confused. Like
So
six are in
the
a.
6 hour duration is there, and suppose if you are giving the exam for 4 hours, so minimum time you will get for each is if you divide by 4, you will get a 1.5. Okay. Suppose yeah, if time is different, yeah, this 1.5 hour is the actually time for the one course. That it depends on how much
Oh,
course you have taken.
okay. Okay. That's so it will exam will occur in one go, like 6 hours straight.
All subject you have to attempt in one go.
Okay,
So same
okay.
happens in the quiz also, no? But quiz, I think duration is 4 hour, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. I like 6 hour exam will be first time. That's why I was confused. Like it will be in one go.
So that actually the structure of this program. All
Okay.
exam is conducted in the same way.
o-
Any other query in content doubt or any other doubt if you have?
So I have one doubt regarding like I have like got to know that during the lab there will be a program Spark happening.
You are asking the question query from the C lab,
No,
offline lab.
no. Yes, yes. Not the C lab, but overall, I got to know about the Spark event. That's I have doubt something
That
regarding it.
event you are talking. Okay, so event I am not aware of that how that event is scheduled, but during the lab time actually sometime they will declare for that,
Okay.
and at the
Okay.
time maybe lab will be not there, so you have to go and participate like this.
Okay. Like you don't have any basic information on also.
No, that event I'm not handling that event Spark. I don't know about that actually. So lab part is actually there are 3 days slot. So at that time, all the labs will be complete. Actually, how many
Okay.
course you have? Maybe 3 or 4 lab or maybe 2 lab. How many lab
True
you
lab.
have?
Two have.
Two
Two
lab if
lab.
you have. So that 3 days actually each lab will be conducted. So how many lab you have
Okay.
registered? You have to attend only those.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but remaining time they have actually planned some event, so they will actually manage. So that I don't have that plan structure actually.
Actually, I have doubt regarding it. Like overall, I can register for maximum 6 days, but I don't have any like should I register for 6 days or like I don't have
No,
any
six
planner
days.
and
I don't think 6 days are there. Actually, there are two
no
slots.
no
Each
no
slot I think.
maximum one can register for all the 6 days maximum. I was saying like some people no in the doubt session, ma'am said like all the 6 days event will occur Spark event. That's why I was confused. Like I don't I am
Okay,
I
so maybe this time they have changed the slot things because
Not
due
from
to
many
this
the 6
Spark
date
event.
till 6 January.
slot are there slot are there slot one slot two 6 days
Slot 1 is from 2nd of January to till 5th of January, but you can leave from 6 on the hostels.
1 to 6 one
2 to 6.
No, no, he's saying 6 days to continue. I think this is not correct
Yeah,
because
not
slot is only 3 day slot. There are two slots, three days. I think you are combining the those all
yes.
three to
oh no
6.
no I was
But you
confused like when I go to form registration form accommodation form maximum in like date is 6 days. That's why I was confused.
no, I don't think so. But duration of this slot is only 3 days. You can stay only 3 days for there.
Yes, sir.
But
3
please
days.
check with the support regarding this, okay? Because previously only 3 days slot is there. You can stay only 3 days. In between that event will happen and all the labs will complete.
Okay.
Okay, and out of two slots, you can choose only one slot
Okay,
because
okay,
each lab will conduct in the both slots.
okay, I just saw the form like planner. Okay, practical is from
Uh,
2 3 days, but so I was confused because in the accommodation form I can register for 6 days, like 1 to 6
no,
6 days.
if you have any confusion, please clarify with the support.
Okay,
Okay, do not do.
actually, sir, I have one complaint regarding. I have messaged the ES support, like support slash like dash yes, but I am getting reply
Mhm.
from but I am getting reply from DS support. Like even I have not even mentioned them in the CC or even in BCC, but I am getting
No
and
problem. Actually both team are approx same. So maybe they have sent the reply from another email ID.
no
So
they are
don't.
they are replying that mail this to support dash yes, like I have already mail and then I go to ticket and I raise the ticket, then again they are saying mail to support slash yes, like I have already mailed it then. So
No, there is one actually one Google space is there, na ES actually for complete ES students. You can directly post your query and
but
tag Victoria on there.
but we are not in the G space. Students
I think everyone
who
is there.
no sir. Student who qualified on 26th October. No,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
all those
You are just
students are.
qualified. Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir. All those, even I have not, I have asked all the students who qualified on the 26th October, they have not even got the mail regarding Spark. We have got the link from other students
Yeah, correct,
who are
correct.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
that you
why.
have to contact with the by the mail only because yeah, you will get your email ID and you will add it into the group after this term.
Okay, sir. No, okay, that's why I was confused. Actually, today is the last day, so that's why. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hmm, okay. Okay. Any other query? Any other doubt? Anyone?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Uh,
One another like
uh-huh.
I have given the OPP again on the 15th, but this time result was not declared. Actually, I just want to get the questions. Like some questions I was not able to solve. So
No, no.
that's
What you are
why.
saying, a result is not declared means?
Like result was like during the OPP one, I got a mail that you can see your result for some days, but after it I got that some students who want to give reattempt on 15 October, sorry, 15
No, no. That
November.
reattempt. Acha, that mail. Okay, okay. So
Okay,
that attempt,
I,
uh,
I I
attempt
gave
mail
that.
was for those. Mhm.
Okay, I gave that exam on 15th November, but in that exam I was not able to solve some. But I want to see that question. But after 2 hours, that dashboard was gone, and then again
That
I
is happen
that
actually. Yeah, we generally not publish the question. We sometimes release the question for some duration, but we these OPP questions are not publicly actually be released. Okay,
no
but yeah, many of
okay, no, I was saying like in the during the first attempt. Questions was result was public like if, students for some days like I saw but in the again it was not published that's why I was just it not that important but I was just curious about like how can I see that those questions because I was not able to do some.
mm, okay. So generally we not release. Sometimes teams actually share the links again to just if they have any doubt. So that otherwise we not release the questions. Sometimes yeah, we have added the many of the OPP questions in our regular assignments and this live coding session. We use those questions. What happen actually? We will publish these PYQ OPP question. So students will only prepare those questions. But in programming exam, there is no limit for the programming question. Okay, so we want to just practice with as maximum questions in the assignment which we are giving, live session we are providing. TA is also like collecting many problems. He's also providing many problems. So practice with all questions,
Yes sir.
not just only the PY.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting your point but I was just curious like I was not able to do some
But you
questions
can
that's why.
remember, I think
That
these are 4 5 questions, so you can easily remember that what was the question. So that is not too much questions in the exam.
I didn't remember. That's why I didn't remember because I thought that again it will be published for 1 or 2 days. That's why, and I didn't got the mail. That's why I am saying that.
So that is the operational thing. I don't know when they published or not actually.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Generally, we not public actually. So they published maybe due to some reason, but in general, we not publish the OPP programming question. Okay. Yeah, someone is asking the lab. Yeah, laptop is mandatory for lab. Yes, yeah. So for C programming lab or any programming course lab, definitely laptop is required. Specs are in general specs which you are currently if you are currently able to handle all the like assignments, Linux based like terminal based query. Okay, so then that is fine only. Not any specific high specs required. Okay. Anything else? Anyone? Okay, then if no query, then we can wind up the session. Just practice with for the OPP questions. Okay, and well prepared. Thank you everyone. Bye.